by them. I've been a Sylvania Franciscan for 56 years. Yeah. It certainly doesn't seem that long. I have served as a teacher, a principal in various schools in Michigan, Ohio, Illinois, and even Minnesota. I was privileged then to serve on our leadership team for our congregation for 9 years. And now that I'm retired, I'm working in the advancement office with Eileen Kerner and Sue Napick, who have organized this tremendous event this evening. So a thank you to Eileen and Sue, wherever they are. We extend a warm welcome and thank you to all of you here at the Franciscan Center and to those viewing on the Gala website. Tonight we celebrate the 107 years that as Sylvania Franciscans we have touched the lives of others through a variety of ministries and our presence as women of peace and seekers of justice. We celebrate your goodness in journeying with us. As we begin this evening, I would like to invite Sister Nancy Linnenkugel, our congregational minister, to extend a warm welcome. Sister Nancy.
Okay, short stuff. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. On behalf of all of our sisters, I greet you and thank you for joining us. Sisters, where are you? Raise your hands, please. We're all around the room. Isn't this a magical place tonight? We're gathering for the 23rd time in the event called Gala. And on behalf of our sponsored ministries, several of whom are represented here. Ministries, where are you? Raise your hands. Lourdes is here. Anybody else? Well, a lot of them over there. Yep. Sophia's over here. And Bethany. Yeah, our sponsored ministries and Rosary. Can't forget Rosary. And Convent Park. Absolutely. Well, so on behalf of our sponsored ministries, the sisters join me in thanking you and other friends for all those 23 years of love and generosity. Perhaps the greatest act of love to our entire world was Christmas, Christ being born as a human baby. St. Francis didn't want anyone to overlook that. And so 800 years ago, on December 24th, 1223, 800 years ago this year, St. Francis started the custom of the manger scene as a visible reminder of the importance of Christ's birth. What a wonderful tradition, right? And we are appreciative that that all happened in Greccio, and we're thinking about that as our generosity tonight. Well, we're ready to get underway with our special evening, but first things first. Here's our assistant congregational minister, Sister Shannon Shrine, to offer the opening prayer. Sister Shannon.
Thank you, Sister Nancy. Do you want them? I don't think I need it. I don't think you need this. Okay.
I now invite you to join with me in thanking our good God as we celebrate the mission and ministry of the sisters and their partners in mission, and as we look to our future. Loving Creator God, this time of harvest is a time of abundance. Pumpkins fill the fields, apples hang low on the trees, and the beauty of this autumn season surrounds us. Tonight, we witness this harvest of abundance in the wonderful people gathered here for this celebration. We are richly blessed by the goodness and generosity of all those who, in answering your call, support and serve the sisters and their ministries. Bless each of them, gracious God, with an abundance of your love and grace. We know and honor your presence with us, loving God. May all that we do give you praise. May each graced encounter we have this evening touch our hearts and deepen our love for you and for one another. You are present in every heart. Let us see your face. Bless all those who have gathered, those who have prepared this wonderful event for us, and all those who will be participating virtually. May your love abound. We ask this in Jesus' most holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Sister Nancy and Sister Shannon. We will now view a short video to explain our theme for this year: Celebrate our Franciscan heritage through presence and gratitude. There are 3 screens throughout the room for your viewing pleasure. Enjoy. Gala 2023, a celebration of our Franciscan heritage with presence and gratitude for all that has been and for our dreams for the future. As we gather tonight, we begin with a story that is 800 years old, the story of Saint Francis and his profound love for the Incarnation, the coming of God into our world as a helpless infant, a gift of presence, a gift of love. 3 years before his death, Francis journeyed to Greccio, a village literally perched on the side of a mountain. He wanted to celebrate the feast of Christmas by bringing the well-known story to life. Francis enlisted the help of the entire village, building a manger scene, cutting torches, making candles. On Christmas Eve, the villagers traveled up the hillside, carrying torches and raising their voices in song. During the celebration of Mass that evening, Francis sang the gospel in his clear musical voice and then preached about the wonder of the birth in Bethlehem. The people of Greccio spread the word to the next village, and from there to the whole of Italy and the world. As we gaze at the altar creche in our homes, we know that we have someone special to love, who has loved us first. We are messengers of peace. Through Bethany House, a long-term shelter founded almost 40 years ago by our sister Rose Trees Lang, women and children who are victims of domestic violence can find peace in their lives and restore hope with dignity and respect as they rebuild their lives using the services, tools, and resources provided, all free of charge.
It's all of Bethany House. It's everything that they helped me, with to move forward. All the donations that go to Bethany House when I didn't have food or my daughter needed clothes, things like that, they helped us. I didn't have anyone else to turn to, but they helped us. They, made a way for us, and I will forever be grateful to them for that.
Huge amount of thanks to those who have given to us over the years. We have had tremendous support, tremendous donors for so many years. And so, we could not do what we do without you. So thank you so much for partnering with us.
Our mission as messengers of peace continues through Sophia Center, founded by our sister Rachel Nichikowski 30 years ago in 1993.
From the very beginning, it has been my goal and the direction of our complete staff here at Sophia Center to really help those who are uninsured or underinsured, especially the marginalized. We especially like to really be center and focused on whatever the needs are at the time. That's been our goal from the very beginning. We've added such wonderful staff in social workers and licensed professional clinical counselors. We are working with a number of interns that come from various schools that can help us to continue to build these programs and have the life and energy for what we do here at Sophia. It's very important that we continue to build our charity care, which really helps us to extend our ministry way beyond the margins of those who are really critically in need of our services. We look forward to partnering with any and all individuals who really are about making a change in our world, a change in our society, and most importantly, a change in each one of us as we continue to live this life of peace and justice.
We respect human dignity. Rosary Care Center is our licensed 73-bed nursing home for religious congregations and community members. The current staffing has a combined total of 123 years of service. Our Franciscan mission drives the care of each resident. The internal care approach, being holistic, centers more on the spirituality of the person and not just medication as the healing powers. Rosary Care is proud to be recognized as a Toledo Blade Top Workplace 2 years in a row. That sense of dignity extends to the residents of Convent Park Apartments under the direction of manager Sister Julie Myers. The apartments provide safe, affordable housing to those 55 and older in an inclusive environment that is welcoming, hospitable, and offers a culture of respect and kindness towards the residents and all who visit. Lourdes University is our most far-reaching sponsored ministry, serving local, national, and international students. It provides a liberal arts education that integrates Franciscan values into the curriculum. We welcome our 12th president, Dr. William Bissett, who has 35 years' experience in Catholic higher education with a strong background in enrollment management and student affairs. We embrace the poor and marginalized. The worldwide refugee crisis has been our educational focus and prayer support for a number of years. We are currently providing housing and support for 2 families from Ukraine. One is a family of 6, the other a family of 4. This endeavor has been blessed with a growing volunteer circle from many families and local organizations. Together, we are making a difference as these families adjust to life outside of a war zone and experience peace and kindness. We care for all of creation. The dream of Mother Adelaide to create a place of beauty, a place of peace, is so evident on our Mother House grounds. Not only is our campus filled with art treasures, but we also are surrounded by over 5,000 trees, 70 different kinds with 20 or more variations of each species. As you walk around campus, there is something blooming every season. For 35 years, Sister Jeremias and Sister Grace Ellen have nurtured the year-round garden for the poor and the Poly House, which extends the growing season. All produce goes to St. Louis Food Kitchen. Our newest endeavors include the installation of 2 honeybee hives and the Grateful Harvest Community Garden, which will supply fruits and vegetables for the local community and nearby food pantries in the future. And so, as messengers of peace who commit ourselves to works that reverence human dignity, embrace the poor and marginalized, and respect the gift of all creation, we celebrate our Franciscan heritage tonight with each of you, our donors. Your presence as partners in our ministries enables us to carry on the work that Mother Adelaide, our foundress, began 107 years ago. You help us make a difference in the lives of others. We are filled with gratitude for you. We hold you in prayer each day, grateful that our partnership is a graced encounter that continues to reflect the Christmas miracle that brought true joy and peace to our world. It's a short recap of all that we do because of each of you, our donors, and we are so grateful for you. And now, Sister Nancy Linnenkugel will introduce our honorary chairs for this evening and present this year's awards winner. Sister Nancy.
That's right. Wasn't that impressive? Gosh, thank you, Sister Teresa. And it's really an honor for me to be the congregational minister elected by the sisters, but 3 other sisters were elected with me, and I want to make sure to introduce them. You've met Sister Shannon, who did the prayer. She is the assistant congregational minister, Sister Shannon. And Sister Rebecca Rutkowski is our treasurer. And Sister Valerie Grandin is our secretary. There's Valerie. Valerie. Thank you all. So now we get into the wonderful part of our evening. So first of all, let me introduce Dr. Janet and Dr. Jean Robinson, friends of the order for a long, long time, and they graciously accepted our request to serve as the honorary chairpersons. They have an almost 40-year relationship with the sisters, and both have been instrumental at Lourdes University as faculty and administration. I'm sure you've already read about them in the booklet. So Janet and Jean, thank you for your enthusiastic support, and I believe you will come here and have the mic so you can offer your comments. Please welcome Janet and Jean Robinson.
Wow. I haven't had many people show up at a birthday party in a long time. And I don't know who has the birthday, but someone someplace, probably in this room, but we're not going there. Thank you, Sister Nancy. Thanks to your leadership team, all the Sisters of St. Francis, the associates, ministry partners, family, friends, guests, and of course, our awardees. We are so glad to be here tonight. We come with great joy and abundant gratitude. We come in the spirit of Saints Francis and Clare to celebrate their Franciscan legacy. We have had the pleasure and honor to serve with so many of you in the OSF ministries highlighted in the video. Both Jean and I consider the interaction with the Lourdes University faculty, staff, and students as grace encounters. As the university lives out its values of being a community of learning, reverence, and service, we gather strength from their wisdom on a variety of issues and subjects. It helped us be better educators, academics, leaders, and compassionate human beings. We also appreciated many individual grace encounters with the sisters. One such encounter occurred when Our Lady of Grace Hall opened up. I walked the journey with some of the sisters as they moved and as they lived there, and it became a wonderful environment. I walked the journey with some of them. They gave me an opportunity for employment and then mentored me on how to do it, and then mentored me to show how to do it well. The people I worked with co-mentored with me, and we gave us all we had, and we loved doing it. We're glad to be here. As we stand here, we know when good things happen, it's because of people like you willing to work and negotiate where we need to go. Thank you all for all you've done. Francis would have good things to say tonight. He loves celebrating and having a good party. I mean, what can we say? It couldn't get any better than this. Certainly, we too are enjoying this wonderful gala. Thank you to all those who make it such a success. Ready? I think I missed.
One of the most quoted verses from St. Francis on his deathbed to his Franciscan brothers was, "I have done what is mine to do. May Christ now teach you what it is for you to do." Francis listened to his God and to his brothers and sisters. He was known for his inclusion of people of all faiths. He observed and identified needs in the community and went about meeting them. He always had great love for the poor and for the ill. He prayed without ceasing and co-founded the Franciscan orders for the Franciscan orders. We believe that Francis asked and still asks us to listen to our God, to listen to our sisters and brothers, and to recognize life asks much of us. So we share our presence and gratitude with all of you this evening and ask that you recognize that our work is not done yet. We believe we were all called to live lives of compassion, to go where people are ill, to go where people are hurt, to go where people are lonely and vulnerable. Wherever we are, whatever we do, wherever we're going, we believe let's do our part to make the world safer, more peaceful, and inviting for others. And whether we are healthy or ill, young or old, we believe we are called to share with others the brokenness, fear, confusion, and anguish that they may have. But we also can share in their joy, hope, and happiness. In closing, as honorary chairs of this Franciscan Gala, we are honored to stand before you and express our gratitude for all of your support. Your generosity and commitment to the sisters have made a tremendous impact on the lives of so many. We are proud to be part of the Franciscan community that comes together to make a difference. We pledge to keep trying to do what it is ours to do, and we ask all of you to continue to give graciously and share your heart and be kind as people of faith. Tonight, we celebrate the progress the sisters and the special awardees have made and look forward to the future with much hope. Thank you for your continued support and joining us in our efforts to create a brighter future for all. Thank you.
Joke. Oh, it's back. It's back. I just want to say that I feel, for me, being with the sisters is being at home. 70 years ago this week, my sister left home and has been in her convent and with her group of women for 70 years. I can remember I was 5 years old, and she kept crying and hugging me, and I thought, I'm in the first grade and I have a new lunchbox, and I don't know what this is all about. At some point, one of my 4 older brothers said to me, just shut up and quit crying, you're driving Mom crazy. So I tried that, and my father, it's only one more sentence. My father used to go to Mass every day at Jesu in Detroit, and they had 5 altars, so he considered that he had 5 Masses. And he said, you know, we had 7 kids. I don't know how I'm going to raise them, so I'll pray for them. My brothers and sisters and I had a different thought. He was going to 5 Masses every day. My sister was in the convent. I figured I was home, and I didn't need to worry about going to confession or evil, because they were They were our family reps, and we were just trying to have a good time.
Thank you again, Janet and Jean. Wonderful remarks, and we appreciate your generous saying yes to this. Well, now, our St. Francis and St. Clare Awards honor service to others, service to the community, and also embody the ideals of us as Sylvania Franciscans. This year, we are thrilled to acknowledge 3 more than deserving persons. For the St. Clare Award, Father Tony Gallagher from Toledo. From Steubenville is the St. Francis awardee, Matt Grimshaw. And from Sylvania, the St. Francis Award, Larry Drozdowitz. So each honoree will be introduced by the sister who nominated them. And the award itself, if you can see up here, is a plaque designed by Sister Jane Mary and produced at our own Alverno studio here on the Mother House campus. So let's begin. We'll start with the 2023 St. Clare Award. It goes to someone who serves the marginalized or the less fortunate in the community or afar. And their service to others is a gift, and daily they live out the Sylvania Franciscan mission. The person introducing will be Sister Sharon Havillac. She's an artist, a Lourdes University professor, and someone active throughout her entire life with Peace and Justice Matters, because peace and justice matters. And she will introduce Father Tony. So please welcome Sister Sharon and Father Tony. You want to go right here?
Well, it is my deep honor tonight to introduce our St. Clare awardee, Father Tony Gallagher. Tony and I go back many, many years. We've sat together on many, many committees. We've spent many, many hours together at many, many meetings. And I must add that at those meetings, he told us about all of the other meetings that he had attended. I've always been so impressed with Father Tony. Like St. Clare, Tony is a deep lover of the church and a fierce advocate for the poor. One of his passions is the reforms of Vatican II, both the internal structural changes and the social justice outreach to the larger church and world community. He's taken to heart the gospel call to fullness of life for all people, with special focus on those who live at the margins of society. It's amazing the number of groups inside the church and out in the neighborhoods that he's accompanied over the years. More than that, he's taken his own advice, just to show up and be a supportive, listening presence.
It's show up, shut up, and cheer.
He can say it, I thought I better not. Like St. Clare, Tony is not afraid to challenge us to do the good that's needed in our world today and to be the good for others. Congratulations, Tony, as you receive the St. Clare Award, and thank you for all the good you do for us. Thank you.
after watching that video, I think I should use my first name tonight, Francis. That was my dad's name. Some may recall the Old English poem of Robert Burns, in which there is a line in Americanized words, "Oh, to have the power to see ourselves as others see us." I was utterly surprised when I was notified of this award. Tonight, know that I am very flattered and deeply grateful that you sisters see me in this way. It surely is a beautiful gift. And I am grateful for God's ongoing presence and unearned generous graces. Receiving this award from you Sylvania Franciscans is all the more heartwarming because I know that we all here are standing on your collective shoulders. Collective shoulders in our reign-building journey as companions of Christ. Often have I said, if you want to understand the essence of the Christ tradition, follow some woman religious for a while. Your faith is the driving force of your radical commitment to the whole gospel, the Vatican II documents, and the established Catholic social tradition. The faith of you sisters is the electricity that runs through your action, your practice, and your lifestyle. In the face of widespread injustices, especially toward the poor, the vulnerable, the underprivileged, and the stigmatized, you sisters have clearly realized that silence is complicity. You have not been lulled into a comfortable Catholicism of self-reverential spirituality. In your dedicated life, faith is a verb. Conscious of the interconnectedness of all humanity, you sisters have acted in a spirit-driven manner about current, vital issues, such as our ecological disaster, violence, racism, peace building, disinformation, and the patriarchal treatment of women. As you sisters melt silos and build bridges, surely you are living examples of Catholic social teaching. Your community's religion is a religion of commitment, a religion of challenge, a religion of risk, and a religion of unselfishness. Among you Sylvania Franciscans, we find the welcome ability to articulate a vision of the common good, which then has the power to capture the imagination of the rest of us as a good worthy of our own struggles and sacrifices. Keep on keeping on, Sisters of St. Francis, as you continually live through Christ, with Christ, and in Christ. You are role models for the rest of us. Sisters, we are indeed grateful for your presence among us. Clearly, you have the emphasis on the right syllable. I respect, I repeat, my sincere appreciation for this unique and very surprising recognition. Thank you very much. Shalom. To take up, I said, wow, I don't know whether to take up a collection or just say, I'm glad I combed my hair for tonight.
Thank you, Sister Sharon, and congratulations again, Father Tony. Now, for the 2023 St. Francis Award goes to someone known by the congregation who is influenced by Franciscan values and shows these in their life and service to their community. We have two persons for this award, and presenting the first one will be Sister Nancy Ferguson, who ministered at Trinity Health Center in Steubenville and who will introduce Matt Grimshaw. So please welcome Sister Nancy and Matt.
Yes, good evening. I'm going to start out with when I was the Mission Integration Director at Trinity Health System in Steubenville, when we were making the transition of our sponsorship there to CHI, which is now Common Spirit, and they were looking for a new CEO. I was part also of the search committee at that time. And I remember Matt coming in to interview and to be interviewed. And one of the first things he said is, I'm the youngest of 15 children. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, I'd hire you just on that fact. So then as time went on, Matt was hired as the CEO, and I was there probably 1 year yet for the transition. And then Sister Magdala, Sister Paula, and I left there more like 5 years ago. And Sister Magdala was also part of the nomination of Matt, not just me. The two of us wrote it together. So Matt is no stranger to us. I think he's, in 2018, during one of our community meetings here, which was, I think, the chapter of Matt's, Matt was invited to share his personal story of ministry, mission, and commitment as the CEO of Trinity Health System, which is now sponsored by Common Spirit in Steubenville, Ohio. Upon arriving at Trinity Health System in 2016, Matt immediately began to evaluate an expansion of the project that had been in the works for years, and now with the support of the Sisters of Sylvania would become a reality. The expansion is now a state-of-the-art medical complex. Matt is married with 3 children who are here tonight, and he enjoys traveling with his family, sports, and vintage automobiles. Matt is driven by innovation and powered by the values of compassion, integrity, excellence, and collaboration. Our Franciscan call to mission lives on through Matt's leadership. Matt.
Well, thank you, Sister Nancy, and I will tell you that it is not the same not having sisters serving in our community. So for all the sisters here, if you've served in Steubenville, Ohio, ever in the past, in any capacity, raise your hand, please. Okay, look around the room, okay? A lot of folks, yes, please, recognize them. Steubenville isn't exactly on maps that people look at anymore. We're kind of a smaller, old Rust Belt city, steel town on the Ohio River. But the legacy that the sisters left in our community lives on. So on behalf of the nearly 2,000 employees who make up our organization, several of which are back here, of my key team members, thank you guys for coming up. Please raise your hand if you're on my team back there. Please thank them as well. We are constantly reminded of why we do what we do. And I tell our team all the time that if we don't figure out how to solve the healthcare challenges for our community, nobody else will. Because just like nearly 100 years ago, when the call came here to Sylvania Franciscans and said, we need help, we need a new hospital, can you come help? And so in 1930 they did. And within 10 years, they started planning for a new hospital. It didn't open until 1970. But it was really the legacy of Sister Agatha who championed that for years to make it happen, right? I see heads nodding. She was a strong advocate for that community and what it needed. And as time went on, healthcare changed. Trinity Health System was formed. And then in 2014, 2015, the conversations came up again about what is the future of healthcare in this community. And the sisters, I don't want to misspeak here, the sisters pretty much told CHI, if you're going to take over Trinity, you're going to invest in this facility. And a promise was made to make a major capital investment, and that's what we're wrapping up as we speak. And it will change healthcare in our small community for generations to come. But it is truly because of all of you who have served that we do what we do. So I know I'm the last thing between us and dinner. I will just say, God has called each and every one of us to live out the call of St. Francis. I was fortunate in 2018 to go on a pilgrimage with the Franciscans to Assisi. And when you see and walk the roads that 800 years ago, in a dark world, he heard the voice of God say what? Rebuild my church. Now, it took him a while, right? At first, he thought, okay, I guess I'm a carpenter. I can fix this. I'll fix the church. And God's like, wait a minute. Yes, thanks for that, but I really want you to rebuild my church. Oh, okay. So as you leave here tonight, no matter what you do, no matter where you find yourself in life, whether you're in full-time service, retired, working, doesn't matter what you do, the call of St. Francis applies to every one of us. Wherever we are, whatever we do, we're called to serve, live out our faith, and shine the love of God into a dark world. Thank you all. Thank you, sisters.
Thank you, Sister Nancy, and congratulations, Matt. Presenting our second St. Francis Award is Sister Carol Ann Grace, who actually started the gala event years ago when she was advancement director, and Sister Carol Ann will introduce Larry Drozdowitz. So Sister Carol Ann and Larry, would you please come up?
You're welcome. Mr. Larry Drozdowitz, I am pleased to introduce you as you are about to receive the award of the St. Francis. The Franciscan influence has been a part of Larry's life since the early years at St. Hedwig's School, where our sisters taught him. Franciscan joy, as you watch him, is personified. His radiant smile, kindness, and peaceful spirit permeate every action as he calls out, "What can I do for you? Oh, sister, let me help you." As part of our Franciscan Facilities and Grounds Department for 23 years, Larry shows great care and concern for every project, often anticipating needs. His work ethic shines through every project he undertakes. He is always considerate, polite, and loyal to his department colleagues. Mike Cravens and Pat agreed that his coworkers think highly of him, and he deserves this award. My gosh, like a cartoon. Okay. Talking with Larry's wife, Kay, she remarks that Larry loves his job, the people he sees daily, and his place in the Franciscan community. She also said, what a kind and wonderful husband he is. His generous spirit extends far beyond our campus. Larry belongs to the Polish Roman Catholic Union of America. He has belonged to the VFW for 26 years, generously volunteering to help World War II veterans. Larry never seeks recognition. I wrote that before this happened. But truly, he is always serving others. He has truly been a servant leader. It is time for us to recognize him. Larry was nominated by 11 sisters, and many more of us would echo that nomination. Right, sisters? We are blessed to have Larry as part of our Franciscan family. Sister Jane Mary reflected on the nomination. If God loves a cheerful giver, Larry has made it. Larry, I invite you to come forward to receive your most deserved award. Oops.
Thank you. Wow. It's an honor. It's an honor to be here, receiving this. Wow. 20 years, the sister's been like family. I mean, the last year, for sure, I need to say thank you, thank you, thank you for all your cards and prayers and Sister Gretchen, your baked goods. It's been a long, pardon me? Well, I'd rather not. It's just been a long year, and my family here, and my first family at table 10, my brother Mike and his wife Diane. You guys can stand up and wave, or just sit down and wave. My brother Don and his wife Mary Jo, my little baby sister, well, just little sister, and her husband Guy, Sandy and Guy, and my wife, sorry, Kay. You should have been the first one, but you have my credit card there. I see you're going. So I'm kind of looking at that. But thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So many wonderful stories, so many wonderful people to honor. We are so blessed to have all of our honorees and awardees with us tonight. We also have another special guest this evening who is a professional chef, Chef Michelle Bomarito, and she would like to say a few words about an amazing event that she is going to bring to us through an auction item. So Michelle, where are you? Okay, here she comes.
Good evening. I just want to say congratulations to everyone that is being celebrated here tonight. It is such an honor to be here amongst your company. So I want to start by saying a special shout out and a thank you to Elizabeth Ryder. I don't know where she is right now. Elizabeth, I just want to say, if you ever get tapped by the Holy Spirit, I highly encourage you to follow through, because that's what I did. And Elizabeth was very receptive to my call, and that's how it's a great story of how I came to be here. I also want to say a special thank you to Jenny Belt and Eileen Kerner and Sister Teresa Darga for having this vision for me to be an auction item here tonight. So my auction item number is 428, and I'm a professional chef. I've been a chef now for 26 years. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. It's only less than an hour and a half away by car. And the dinner party is for up to 8 people, and the great thing about this is that it's in the comfort of your own home. I come in with respect to your kitchen, and I kind of take over all day and prep everything. I'm not a caterer. I am a chef on site, and the blessing that we get is the stamina and strength from the Lord's University. Some of the athletes from the tennis team are going to be helping us out that evening. I actually saw 2 of them today jogging, and they were very graciously willing to volunteer. So the evening, with a name like Bomarito, you can expect that you're going to be well fed, right? So it's everything from an appetizer to an entree, a side dish, a salad, dessert, and it's this strolling evening. There's no time frame. It's just like the whole evening. And there's a menu selection over there. You can see the different options. The only thing I have to say is that I have a shellfish allergy, so there'll be no shellfish allowed. But the menu is it's a beautiful menu. So if you want to take a look at what we offer, but I also do something to your heart's content also. Let's see what else I wanted to say. I bring all the pots, the pans, the tools, the knives, everything. So it's pretty much for the hostess or the recipient to also be able to be a guest at their home. And I love this because it's in the comfort of your own home, and it's like you have your grandmother's china maybe, or this beautiful music playing from a trip that you went to Italy, or whatever it may be, but it's like a moment of laughter and celebration, a joyous time, breaking bread together, in just sharing food and conversation. So I also want to say that in the spirit of St. Francis, it is in giving that we receive, right? So I know this to be true because every time I go to people's homes or I do a private event or a dinner party or a cooking class, even though I'm the chef and I prepare the food, it's when I leave, something magical always happens, and the blessing is that I'm the one that's really nourished and fed. So thank you tonight for having me here tonight. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see one of you at your home sweet home. So God bless everyone, and thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. What a wonderful, unique idea for an auction item. So bid up item 428 this evening with your friends. We have fabulous gifts to bid on. Please check out all the items around the back, and by the lit tree, that's our raffle tree. So you can buy tickets for that. There are sisters going around selling the tickets, and directions are on your table to register and bid on the items. And also on the screens throughout the evening, you will see the bids as they progress. At 7:45, we will have a wine pull that includes a bottle of wine over there. St. Pope Francis is guarding the wine. So you will pull a cork, and that corresponds to your bottle of wine that you will receive. Inside that bag, there is also a gift certificate for $25, $50, or $100 to a restaurant. So Sister Judy will assist you with your choice, and Pope Francis is there waiting to claim your prize with you. So throughout the evening, you can buy raffle tickets for our raffle tree sponsored by our associates. This has a value of $1,000 of gift cards. You can see what the cards are on the lit tree. And we are grateful to our associates in Michigan, Ohio, and Minnesota who have funded this gift tree. And Sister Julie and Sister Eileen will be walking around to get your money. So enjoy the evening, bid often, bid high, and know that all funds go back to our ministries. The buffet tables are now open in rooms A and B, which is located to the right of the sparkling gift tree. And our entrees have been prepared by our AVI service, so enjoy the food and the evening, and remember to keep on bidding this evening. So thank you to all of us for being here with us tonight.